what do you say to people who think you are too progressive and many things you say you will do is not realistic?
Well,
That's the
I'll
question.
take the first part first.
Okay.
The criminal legal system that we have now doesn't work. It hasn't kept you safe. We have for 40 years been taught that the only way to keep folks safe is to lock more and more people up, get more and more convictions. What we have found is that that has made us profoundly less safe. Folks with criminal convictions, it's much more difficult for them to get jobs, get housing, get public assistance. And when you become desperate, you commit more crimes. When folks go to prison, they come back extraordinarily traumatized without any real skills and commit more crimes. What we offer is a profound rethinking of that system, that we can make diversion the rule, not the exception, keep convictions off folks' records, and actually address the underlying cause of crime, things like poverty, mental illness, drug addiction. We develop structured diversion programs that combat those things so that we can actually reduce crime in the long run. And as to the whether we can get it done, it's already being done across the country. District attorney and state attorney's offices are doing these things.
We're in the
just
South.
in the last 4 years, we're
in the South. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we're in the South. Like people, we live in South Florida and people think like we're not in a Southern state. We're in the South. I know the things you're talking about is not happening in the South. How do you get
people to
live in the South to agree to this stuff?
Well, look, the prosecutor decides whether to seek cash bail. Mm-hmm. And so I don't care how many racists there are around Florida, they don't get to decide. Once the state attorney's in there, he or she is in there, that person gets to decide. The state attorney gets to decide whether to seek mandatory minimums, whether to charge possession cases. And so, I certainly recognize our, where we are, but I think that's a real opportunity. I mean, what if we get a truly decarceral progressive state attorney who succeeds in the South? Just think of that, what that will mean for criminal justice around
it does mean a lot. Ayala tried that in Orlando and they took her death penalty cases away from her. She said, I'm not seeking a death penalty. They're like, oh, you're not okay. And they took the cases from her. So
they did, and we've learned from that. Look, she was a trailblazer. She's not even running for re-election. She's like, she took extraordinary courage. Mm-hmm. We've learned from that, and also she's done a lot of really good stuff with the war on drugs, with cash bail. So she has been successful. I think we need to take it, much further.